Hello traders, this is Mac Billion. Today is January 19, 2015. Let's talk about the market. Let's start with the spider. The spider, as you can see here, is still in this major uptrend channel. This is a major uptrend channel and is holding the 50 simple moving average. But the 5 simple moving average is pointing down and DMI is bearish as hell. So my take right here is there's a 2A possibility that we're gonna break down right here this support, and we're gonna go to the bottom where I'm gonna go long. That's my take on the spider. I think it's bearish. You can see here we about to cross the 5 to the 50. This is the 50, this is the 5. So if we cross over there, this thing is gonna get momentum to the downside, and for sure it's gonna retest the major downtrend channel button. So that's my take on the spider. Is bearish. Now let's talk about the IWM. That is the iShares Russells ATF. Right here, this thing is like a magnet. This support right here from the uptrend is like a magnet. I think this thing is gonna visit this support right here anytime. So I'm shorting the IWMs right here using the February 115 puts. I already closed half with profits, and I'm thinking that this thing is gonna retest this Fibonacci 107. That's my target. DMI is bearish. Now let's talk about the Dow Jones ATF. The Dow Jones ATF right here, you can see here, is it looks like the spider is right here holding this Fibonacci 171.46. So that's my number to enter short. Right here, you can tell right here, let me zoom this out. Right here you can tell that it failed to break down this level of 171.46, but write down that number. If we break down the level and confirm the next day, get short, because we for sure are gonna test the bottom of the trend, of the uptrend channel, which is 163. This thing is bearish. It's really bearish. Now let's talk about Apple. What I'm seeing in Apple right here is bearish. It's bearish, but still price is still inside this triangle. It wants to break down. It looks like Friday went down and it breached the support right there with a lot of volume. I don't know if it's gonna break down and test the 102.87, which is a level that was resistant for 3 months right here. So that's an important level that the bears need to take out. But it's gonna report in a week, so I don't think that this thing is gonna break down and follow, because I think it's gonna wait for the report to see if we're gonna go to 120 again, or we're gonna go to the 90. Now let's talk about Amazon. Amazon right here, the same. It's on my watch list, and it should be in your watch list. If you break down right here, I'm gonna get short, and you should do the same, because DMI is bearish. Put it in your watch list. Amazon is bearish. Now let's talk about the next one. The next one is Baba. Baba is also bearish. You know, everything is bearish, and you can tell right here that it's trending down, and there's this resistance right here, which is this is the money line, the money trend. If it goes there and break out right here, get long. I'm long Baba, but I'm long using the stock. I like the fundamentals on the company, and the chart is still bullish to me. It's just correcting right here, and anytime when this thing start running, it's gonna run a lot, and it's gonna get to my target 140 or 160 for the year. So let's see what the reports is gonna bring. Last time the report brings a lot of money, and we had a nice jump for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So I think it's gonna happen the same, because this company is on fire. Now let's talk about Facebook. Facebook, the same. It break down this trend line, but it's holding the 73 level. That's the money level, the 73.44. Write it down. You can enter long right here and use this level 73.44 as your stop. If you breach that level, get out, because I think from here we can bounce nicely. But the thing is that reports are coming. It's gonna be next week, and that's gonna be really the mover. Which is, if this report is bad, we're gonna go down to the 70. If it's good, we're gonna get inside again this trend line and probably test the 85 or 90. Now let's talk about Tesla. I don't like Tesla as for swing trade, but many of you follow Tesla, so I decided to put it today. You can see here it's broken as hell. It's broken. It's a bad chart. DMI is bearish. Everything is bearish. But this is this one stop that is really hard to trade, to swing trade, because any tweet, any news, any article, anything from the CEO, anything will move this thing, will gap down or gap up, and if you're short or long, you get trapped. So it's very difficult to swing trade this thing. It's really bearish. My thinking is that it's gonna go to 175, probably 146 if this 175 doesn't hold. DMI is very bearish and price is bearish. I don't like Tesla right here. Now let's talk about Twitter. Twitter right here is in a downtrend. You can tell right here is fighting at the 50 simple moving average. The real support is at 31. If we break out this trend line right here, I might can get long right here watching this major trend line, which is around 45 or 50. But I don't like the fundamentals of the company, so I think we're gonna breach the 31 level and we're gonna go further down to the 20s. So watch out with Twitter. Now let's talk about the last one. Let's talk about USO. So you can tell right here, many people are thinking about getting long. You get a jump of 5% in one day, and everybody wants to get long. Oh, this thing went down from $39 to $18. This thing is a bargain. Guess what? It's gonna consolidate here. It's still bearish, and my thinking is it's gonna consolidate here for a couple days, and boom, it's gonna go down again to $15. Watch. Now let's talk about another one that I see is a GoPro. GoPro right here break down this trend line. Is bearish. It break down with volume, and I think it's gonna go to the 38 Fibonacci support, which it was support back in August. It was support back in July, and this thing is bearish. I don't know what the report is gonna bring. If the report is gonna bring a good numbers, this thing can jump very high because it's a momentum stock. A lot of people day trade this one. So if the report is good, we're gonna gap up probably to the 74 level. So this one can be good to buy a couple calls out of the money the day after the report. So it's like a lotto ticket. If the report is good, if the report is really good, this thing can gap up really high. So I might buy some out of the money cheap auctions just for fun. So this is everything for today. Trade on.